Scream Louder, your update on what was, is, and will be loud. Scream Louder now.
Hey, what's up, everybody? We're here with Scream Louder. I am sitting here with my friends. Go ahead and introduce yourself, guy.
This is Hershey Killer.
I'm Harrison Blunt.
And this is Tatyana.
All right, and this is the show where we talk about movies and such. And we are getting into the very 1st of October, so I hope you guys know what that means. That means this whole month is going to be nothing but horror movies, creepy stuff, and gore.
Ooh,
Just
gotta
always
love
gotta
it.
get the gore.
Gotta love it.
All right, so guys, what are some random movies that you guys have seen lately?
There hasn't been a whole lot of movies that have really come out lately, but no, I don't think I've seen much new lately.
Yeah?
I haven't seen anything yet either. I'm sorry.
Wow.
Yeah, we're
I'm just waiting for Loving to come out.
Loving?
Yes.
What's Loving about?
It's about an interracial couple.
Oh.
Yeah.
What? In like what time frame?
I think the 60s.
Where like all the true love was becoming a thing.
Yeah.
The 60s was an awesome time.
when love was popularized.
Yep. I don't know. I agree. I haven't seen anything recently, but I've also noticed that going into October, what horror movies do we have lined up? Like normally it's supposed to be horror movie after horror movie after horror movie, and I don't think I've seen any.
Well, I'll tell you what just happened. It was TV show premiere week.
Really?
Yeah, last week was TV show premiere week, so that's where all this stuff has been.
Okay. I mean, all right. We have like a Ouija board movie coming up or something like that.
Do we?
Yeah, it's supposed to be.
Yeah, I've heard about that.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like it's one of the most popular exorcist stories. I remember watching History Channel late at night, and it was this aunt who brought a Ouija board to her like grandson or like her nephew or something, and he gets possessed, and then they like take him out to the Vatican, and they tried to perform an exorcist on him, and they said like he started floating out of the bed and stuff like that. So. A lot of exorcist stuff was based off of that actual story.
There is another exorcism movie coming out here soon.
There's a TV show coming out, I believe.
There is a TV. Oh, that's what I'm talking about. It's the TV show.
Yes.
Okay. They are making a new Blair Witch.
I have heard of that. I never watched the original Blair Witch. I know it's just like I used to do pranks called Blair Witching, and I would just go into a dark room and stand in a corner and wait for someone to find me. You know, just standing there.
That sounds really creepy.
Standing still forever. Wasn't always successful.
Oh, okay. Some days you're just in the room all by yourself.
Some days I'm really just being like a witch from Left 4 Dead 2, just crying.
You're
in a corner.
just crying in the corner,
Crying
pretending
with-
like your problems don't exist.
Oh man.
So what would be some of your guys' like biggest fears?
Well, I'm definitely
Evil.
not a big fan of scary movies. Like, I get scared easily.
Oh yeah?
Yes.
I
How about you,
love scary movies, but I don't like watching scary movies because they're scary. I like watching really bad scary movies.
Oh, yeah, I'd have to agree.
That's a favorite pastime of mine, just because I really enjoy the way overacting and
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All that works. What about you, Hershey?
There was my fear is actually just the fear of the sensation of falling.
Really?
I don't like falling.
Okay. I have to say that a
it's
very
like-
popular answer would be clowns. A lot of people
Yes.
do not
True.
like clowns.
I'm okay with
Well,
them. They're okay.
It was a good movie.
As a matter of fact, I was just talking about clowns in general, Hershey. As a matter of fact, there are
I
some
know.
stories on Facebook. I don't know if they're real, but they're like apparently creepy clowns that just like sneak around and
I've seen
like
that.
they hang out in parks and stuff and just stand around. They're Blair Witching and they're creeping people out.
Oh man.
it's getting to be a pretty big deal too.
It is.
It's happening a lot.
I mean, there's been a lot of like pranks talks on like YouTube and stuff. They're like, where does the line get drawn for these pranks?
I
Oh,
don't
that's
know.
another thing that I love about the Halloween season. It really is pranking season too.
It honestly
Oh,
is,
yeah.
It's slutty costumes and pranks.
That's
and
it.
candy. Don't forget candy.
That's right after.
That's during.
And then we have what was like the last time you guys went trick or treating?
I went trick or treating my when I was at OC a couple years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was 22.
I haven't been trick or treating in a long time.
I think I stopped whenever I was in 8th grade.
Really?
Yeah.
You guys still dress up for Halloween? Then?
Yeah.
I tried.
I'll be dressing up
I look like
forever.
Seth Rogen sometimes.
Seth Rogen?
Yeah.
Oh my
I
gosh, I love that.
last year I did a very poor attempt at being Toto from The Wizard of Oz, because a bunch of my friends were doing the Wizard of Oz costumes.
That's cute.
So I made a box that was supposed to be my basket, and I painted my face like I was a dog. It looked bad. I really just looked homeless, but
Wait, you were Toto in the basket?
in the basket,
Oh
yeah,
my
I went the
gosh.
whole way. Yeah.
So you could easily be Matt Smith.
I have not gotten that one. Usually the one I get is Harry Potter. Everybody
yeah.
tells me I look just
Yeah.
like Harry Potter when I got my glasses.
So all you need is a fez.
Mm,
Yeah, there we go.
I could dig
And a
it.
blue box, of course.
Oh yeah, of course. No other way to do it.
yeah.
I think the last thing I dressed up as was Deadpool. For like 2 years in a row, I was the Deadpool of my school.
Shut up, you're Deadpool all the time.
Yeah, Harrison was there for that, and then the suit started getting a little too small, and then I became to have other Deadpool's, bulging features. So I had to.
You
get
were a
rid of it.
trendsetter.
It's retired. It's retired.
It still
He gave it
exists
to the
though,
real.
right?
He gave it to the real Deadpool.
The real Deadpool. Yeah, I actually did a lot to put that costume together. I got like arm pads and spray painted the Nike logo off of them, and then I got knee guards from Academy, and I spray painted them red. And so I went to Academy to buy all this gear, and I don't play sports. So I walk in, I don't know what I'm doing. I've never been in Academy, and I get a guy to help me, and I'm like, I'm gonna have a very specific list of items, and I need you to get them for me without asking like, any questions.
This is gonna sound really strange.
For sure. So like, you know what I enjoyed about Halloween was like the getting to talk about horror stories and go over stuff like that with my friends. It's been a long time since I've done that, but I don't know. Do you guys remember any classic horror stories that they told you back in the day? Some spooks.
I know the shortest horror story.
What's that?
Oh no, I know what it is, but it just left my tongue. Hang on.
Uh-oh.
Hang
What
on.
about-
You-
what about you
Mine's
guys?
kind of long, but I'm just gonna tell you the name of it. The Pink Panda.
Oh, okay.
Because it starts off with this someone's man.
We've all forgotten.
They get their car breaks down. There we go.
Mm-hmm.
They have to walk to a abandoned house. Knock on the door. There's a guy there. You can sleep here for the night. Just don't go into the basement. Whatever you don't go into the basement. So they wash up and everything. It's like, and they're asking, "What's in the basement? What's in the basement? Let's go. Let's just check it out." Like they go downstairs. There's a wooden crate. A cage. Sorry, with a sheet over it. They rip off the sheet. It's a pink panda, or a pink gorilla. Sorry.
Oh,
It's
it's
like,
gorilla.
whoa. And then like, I told you not to go to the basement. What'd you do? Go in the basement. Yeah, true, of course. Why? There's a pink gorilla down there. I was like, yeah. Don't touch his nose. Below him,
Okay.
they touch his nose. He breaks out, chases them all the way to Hawaii, and he says, and he touches their nose. You're it.
Oh.
The
You know what? Gorillas are a lot nicer, but we all know that story would have ended a different way.
Yeah, I know.
the
Rip Harambe.
the world's shortest horror story. The last man sat alone in a room. There was a knock on the door. That was
Okay.
Wait, say that again?
the last man in the world is sitting alone in a room. There's a knock at the door.
All right, guys.
That's it.
So now we get to move to our topic of the week. We have horror movies that have been based on books. I'm sure a lot of you have very quick names jump to your mind when I say
Yes.
that. So we're looking at like Stephen King movies, definitely,
Absolutely.
and then a few others. What do you guys got? What are your favorite horror movies that were based off of books?
I would have to say Carrie.
Carrie?
Yes, I'm a big fan of Stephen King, but I'm an even bigger fan of Carrie because I've seen 3 different versions of Carrie.
I thought there was just 2.
There's 3.
What? Is there like a
Yeah.
Japanese exclusive that we don't know
No,
about?
there's like one that no one knows about that stars Patricia Clarkson. So that's actually the first time I ever saw Carrie was that version.
Okay. So it's like, how different are they?
They're the same. Like they're pretty much the exact same.
Yeah. Okay. One of my favorites and like a classical was like The Shining. I've never been able to get all the way through it, but I thought it was pretty cool. I love I'm forgetting his name. Something Jackson.
in The Shining?
Is he in The Shining? The guy that did the
yeah,
Joker too.
yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? He's a great actor. I love his acting in any of his movies, from like even comedy such as Anger Management.
Jack Nicholson?
Jack Nicholson. There we go.
Oh yeah, you can't go wrong with him.
Yeah, dude. And then him and Morgan Freeman and the bucket list.
Yes.
Made me cry. And
Yeah.
then he's so creepy. He's such a creepy character. Played one of the best Jokers, which is like my favorite villain of all time. And
And he has that's just such an iconic scene. Here's Johnny.
Yeah, here's Johnny. Then got twisted. Of course, the first time I heard that was actually from Finding Nemo. Here's Brucey. And then like growing up later, like discovering all the
Wow.
Yeah, like so the first every time everybody goes here, and I'm all like, is it Bruce or John?
Who are we going with?
What's going on today?
Oh wow, that's so funny.
I don't personally watch a lot of horror movies that were like classic horror movies, or just like horror movies that most people would associate with like being old, which means the ones that really would be based off of books. But a series that I didn't know was based on books, but it is The Exorcist.
What?
The Exorcist series is based
It's
on
based off a book?
is based on a book.
That's cool.
Maybe that story I was telling you about earlier with that boy going to the Vatican, maybe they like wrote books about it. Maybe it got super popular and then it became like The Exorcist.
Well,
Or were they
it's based on a book called The Exorcist by William Blatty, Blatty.
For some reason, I was thinking of William Penn.
Written in 1971.
Okay, so it's not super old.
And it's just basically the plot of the Exorcist movies, but there was only one book, and then they expanded upon it whenever they made the other 4 movies.
Yeah. Okay. I remember my physics teacher telling me about the original Exorcist. And he was telling us that the soundtrack had dead pigs. They took dead pigs and they changed the pitch, like their death squeals, and they changed the pitch, put it in the background of their music, and that was like a part of what made the movie so scary to a lot of people, was because they were hearing an animal dying, but their brain wasn't registering it, so it put them in a sense of alert.
That's
because
crazy.
like they heard something in pain. And I remember like when I saw the movie on Netflix, as soon as I started watching it, all I cared about was like listening to the music and being like, is there going to be random points for no reason that I get scared? And like, is it because of the music or what is going on in the movie? And then I ended up just watching the movie and I was like, oh, this is all creepy. I was like, no wonder they thought this was the worst thing in its time.
Oh yeah, it's infrasound, I think is what that technique is called. It's
Yeah.
putting sounds that you can't necessarily hear consciously, but they make you uncomfortable because they're hitting a frequency or they're registering as something else in your head.
That's super cool.
And it makes you you can make people feel all sorts of different ways with infrasound,
That's super cool.
as long as it's real infrasound and actually achieving the right thing, because sometimes it's just high-pitched squeals and then that just hurts.
Yeah. And then we have, based off books and Stephen King, the movie It. I didn't even know that was Stephen King.
Really?
I've heard of it since I was a child, and I don't even have any desire to watch it because like I've had adults be like, oh, we don't like it.
Yeah,
We don't talk about it.
Yeah, we don't talk
We
about
don't talk about it.
We don't talk about it.
That one's crazy. Man, there's like balloon. Here's a balloon for you.
See, but I love the Joker. Like I've always
You know
loved the
what?
Joker.
I'm gonna have to rewatch that.
They're supposed to be
On
redoing
Tempt.
it. Are they
It?
remaking it? I think they're remaking it. I'm
Yeah,
pretty
they
sure
are.
they're doing it too.
That's one scary movie I'll watch.
Maybe.
Yeah.
It original is better though, I think. Like,
Isn't
like,
that,
like
isn't that how it works?
No,
The
yeah,
original's always better?
yeah. The remake is like,
A classic character that I always liked was Dracula.
Ooh, yeah.
I haven't seen those movies yet. Like though, I've never seen any Dracula movie.
Hang on, what was the last one? It wasn't like that. It was like some war movie. It was like Dracula Untold.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was I forget who was in it. Hang on. But it was a fabulous movie. I loved how they did all the bats and him, and
Yeah,
he had
I
a
wanted
chance
to see
to.
it.
Have you not seen it?
No.
Oh, it's so good. You need to. I don't want to spoil it.
I was in a very awkward place when I saw it on TV for the first time, and I did not want to be there. So I was all like, I want to watch this movie, but I want to get out of this room. It was pretty fun. And then we have Children of the Corn was a Stephen King movie. I've heard that was like a really creepy cult movie, The Silence of the Lambs. Have you guys seen any of those? Check those out.
I've seen parts of Silence of the Lambs.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Hang on, what?
A lot of those are kind of weird though. Not really the kind of horror that I like to watch.
Okay.
It's whenever you get into horror that's like genuinely supposed to be scary, I'm never really scared by it, so it's just boring.
Yeah, that's true. I used to like avoid all horror movies because I didn't like to be scared, and then after being dragged to a couple of them, like, oh wait a minute, they're not scary.
They're really just kind of funny.
What I can't stand is like too much gore.
You know, I realized that some of them are kind of funny. I went with my friend, and it was just us in the movie theater, and I believe we watched that movie where the kids go to their grandparents' house.
Love Interview with the Vampire.
Oh
It's
yeah,
awesome.
Interview with the Vampire. What's that
I've
about?
never seen the movie, but I've read the book. It's about
It's
this.
a long time ago, but yeah, I've seen the movie.
It was about this vampire who, I forget when he was made a vampire, but it was like in slavery, corn and cotton picking days. That kind of time period.
Okay.
And he was a southern plantation owner who was made into a vampire, and it's just a story of like him being taught all the things that can kill him and him learning all of the things about being a vampire. And it's the whole thing is him telling a story to this reporter guy who came to him, and he's taking the interview, and the reporter kid's just terrified because
Okay.
the whole time it's like, holy crap, there's this vampire here that's gonna eat me.
Okay.
And then the dude's he's just a really cool guy.
You know what? This is gonna. It wasn't a horror movie, but now that we're talking about vampires, My Little Vampire. I love that. I love
That
this
Oh,
movie.
me too! Yes,
I've
me
Oh,
I've
too!
been wanting to
That's-
re-find it, so
I
can
watch
it.
that every year. Like, I watch it every year.
What TV station does it come
Okay,
on?
ABC, which is not ABC anymore, and then
Freeform.
yeah, Freeform, and then Disney. Disney shows it a few times.
Okay. It's so old though. Like
I
feel like people
know.
are like, but such a. Oh, I don't
It
even know
is
why.
good.
It's
It's
just a
so
crazy movie.
good.
And
There's
then
a-
we have-
There's a movie that was a book, Jaws.
Jaws
was a book, yeah, and it was actually not
Wow.
not in Miami. It was actually in like what's that one TV show called Bronx or something? People in Bronx
Oh, people in the Bronx
or something like that. You know,
and Brooklyn.
Brooklyn, maybe. Yeah, it was a drama, a reality show.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, it was actually supposed to be in New York.
Okay. Or that's where Jaws was supposed to be.
Yes.
Ooh, that would have been a really
Yeah.
big change to that movie.
Yeah.
Huh? Yeah.
In the book, it's in the Bronx. Or somewhere
Okay.
somewhere the beach is over there. You know.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
it's on the coast of New York. That's
Yeah.
That's actually a big change.
Mm-hmm. But in the movie, Steven Spielberg brought it down to Miami and
That
stuff
put
like that.
that put Spielberg on the map too.
Yeah.
That movie that is like the making of Spielberg.
And that's one of his most recognizable movies too.
Well, yeah, too. When you get your first masterpiece and it basically sets your career.
Yeah, like especially with the help of John Williams with them doing the little Donna.
Anything that
Yeah.
John Williams does is amazing. I love John Williams so much.
Is he in any other horror movies though,
I
other than
don't
just
know.
Jaws? I don't think so. I don't know. But Jaws was a good one for him though. It's like yeah.
You know what else was a book before it became a horror movie was I Am Legend with
Yes,
Will
it
Smith.
was.
I didn't even know that either.
Wow.
I'm not a big
Okay.
reader.
Well, I'm a big reader, but apparently not of these books.
I didn't read the Jaws or I Am Legend. I just watched the movies. But
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Now I liked I Am Legend a lot because that's I feel like that was I remember the turning point of zombies from that movie. From zombies going to the typical coming out of the grave and voodoo's involved or something like that was
And
the
they're all-
that was the old school
And they're all
zombies.
slow, and their
And
arms
arms
hanging
hang
out in
out.
front of
Like,
them.
Now they're all viruses
Now
and
they're
everything.
viruses and diseases,
Yeah.
but
And
that
fast.
that made them so much more realistic and scary to us nowadays. Is that like that might be able to happen? That might happen.
Oh, a movie you guys should probably see. It wasn't based on a book. It was a movie that a friend of mine shot. Was a movie called Daylight's End. And I
Okay.
don't know where you can find it, but it's really good. And it's about zombies and this dude.
Like that video game Dying Light.
No, no. It's based in Dallas.
Okay.
It's pretty good.
And then we have speaking of shark movies, we have The Shallows coming up. I saw a trailer for
Oh yeah, that does look pretty good.
that. It's sort of just I don't know about it. All I've seen is this girl stuck on some little buoy thing.
Well, it's like okay, I take it back. It doesn't look pretty good. It looks like it's gonna be a good one for me to watch and make fun of. That's what I meant.
kind of.
But,
Sorry.
She's she's on like this buoy, or she's like surfing, and then a shark jumps up. It kills somebody. She falls off her board, and she ends up on a buoy. And I think she has like a flare gun, and she's trying to get to somewhere else. And I don't know where the somewhere else is, but she's trying to get somewhere so she can get back to shore.
Somewhere
And-
safe.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
And it's like
So
this shark
sorry.
is just circling her, and it's really not normal shark behavior. But
Yeah.
it's
Neither
doesn't-
is Sharknado.
Oh, that kind of reminds me of. Oh yeah. Sharknado. Oh man.
gotta love Sharknado.
Oh man.
You know who we should really give credit to for like the original creepy writer is that good old Poe. That good old
Yes,
Edgar Allan Poe.
Edgar Allan Poe.
Poe. Oh man. Yeah.
Yes.
If you were to pick a story that you know well from Edgar Allan Poe and would want to see it in a movie, what would it be?
Probably the oh man.
Oh,
Going through the under the Paris, you know.
the Catacombs.
Catacombs. Yeah. The catacombs.
They made that a movie.
They haven't made the movie.
It's called
Hershey, where have you been?
Hershey.
Sorry.
I
Sorry.
don't know if they based it off of Poe, but there's a movie called It's As Above, So Below, and it's based in the Paris catacombs.
Yeah, but no.
Well-
But do they bury someone alive down there? Because that's
They
what-
die.
that's
There
what
are
the
people
book.
there are people that are buried alive in that movie. A bunch of other weird things, and it looks. I think that the person who wrote that movie should probably be fired. But
Did they,
You're harsh.
did they die on the set or something or what?
no, they should be fired because the movie was not written very well.
Oh,
Honestly,
okay.
It's garbage.
it was.
Like a B movie.
Say
then?
it,
Oh yeah,
Harrison.
it was kind of trash.
It was garbage.
But it was just, and it wasn't like the acting. The acting's good. It had good acting. It had a beautiful set stuff because they actually shot some of it in the catacombs. But
What about editing then?
well, it was a pretty to look at movie.
Oh,
The
okay.
story just sucked.
Oh, okay.
What I would want to see turned into a movie, I forgot the story, but it was one of those, he put someone in the wall,
Yeah.
and then like he did it a couple times, like he killed a lot of things and then just like hid them just to see if he could do it. I can't quite remember how the rest of the story
You're
goes.
talking about like the Telltale Heart?
I know there's one where he hides someone in a floorboard, and I know where there's one where
That's
he
the Telltale Heart.
Okay.
He chopped him up, hit him under the floorboards, and then
And he still heals the heart. He still hears the heart.
Yeah,
Yes.
I don't think it was that one. I think
No?
it was.
Okay.
I think it was another one where he put his wife in the wall, or something. He killed a cat, and I think when the
Mayhem.
teacher was talking to us about it, it was like the lesson of it was we all do bad things just to see if we can get away with it.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Like we speed just because we don't really think we're always going to get pulled over. And we can get
Yes.
away with
Maybe that's when that little saying comes from. It's better to ask for forgiveness than permission.
it. Right? That's what I say.
I've heard that saying a lot lately. I don't know why. It's just a lot of people just say better to ask for forgiveness than permission. I'm like, well, see, that's where you're wrong, because you probably should.
I don't ask for permission.
You should.
It depends. It depends on what it is.
At work, I just
Who
do
it
You
is.
probably should have asked permission before you wore the Deadpool costume. Honestly,
Yeah.
the
I should
second,
have
the second, the second time, I think you.
The
Probably,
second time I should have green-lighted it by a few people. My
Yeah.
boss was loving it, and I mean, I wore shorts and extra padding below. Nothing helps.
No, it doesn't. Nothing stops spandex. Spandex
Stop spandex.
Oh, man.
Spandex. The unstoppable. All right,
man.
so what about you? What would you see your Edgar Allan Poe movie being?
I don't know, actually. I think I'd have to agree with Hershey. Hershey's, that's already a movie.
But a better. It should have the same plot twist though, like with
Oh, yeah.
with having them being friends and him taking them down while he's drunk and saying, "Hey, I'm sorry, you're horrible. I'm burying you alive."
The Cask of something.
Cask of Amontillado.
Cask of Amontillado.
Yeah.
I have read that one. I like that one.
Yeah.
Have you guys looked into Rosemary's Baby at all?
Nope. Don't know what that is.
You know, this year I'm planning on watching it because I hear about it a lot.
What is it?
You,
Great. I think this girl gives birth to the devil.
Oh,
boy,
okay.
that's horrible.
Well, it wouldn't be the devil, be the Antichrist, but
It's my guess. It's my swing.
that's
The devil's son.
the devil.
Devil's son.
Yeah, it's,
Well, okay. Speaking of the Devil's Son, what about the Omen? Was the Omen a book?
I doubt it.
But that was a good
most horror
classic horror movie though.
Oh, maybe it was a good classical one. It might have been. Most horror movies are written as scripts.
Are they?
Yeah,
Huh.
a lot of them. It's
It's really hard to find Omen because there's the Ottoman Empire and
the
stuff.
Ottoman Empire is.
I am
Yeah.
so
It really gets in
watching
the way.
this.
All right, what did you figure out about Rosemary's Baby?
That Zoe Saldana is in it.
That was your selling point.
Yeah,
that
that
was
was
the whole
it.
thing?
That was it.
Great.
The whole thing about it.
So yeah, we do have the old version of like the Omen back in the day, and then we have the newer one. I didn't watch the newer one, but I remember I even watched the video game. The video game was creepy.
It was a video game.
was a video
Yeah,
game?
It was a video game of the Omen, and it was a lot scarier than the movie.
All right, let's not get on this tangent.
Sorry.
Hey.
So what would you like to see in the future? Where do you hope that horror movies go from here?
I would say probably a little more like what Carrie did with the pigs.
Yeah.
Like a little
No,
more.
that was The Exorcist.
Oh, Exorcist. Sorry.
What was that movie? Keep going. Sorry, I forgot what I was gonna say.
I would like for scary movies in the future to have the audience to keep us wondering, like, if this really happened.
A little mystery,
Yeah.
like a little mystery.
You know,
horror?
like, did this really happen? Where'd you
Mhm.
get this story? You know.
If they could keep doing Paranormal Activities, but not like the new one, like the old ones, if they could just
Oh,
keep
yeah.
doing those, I'd be fine
Before
with
the
that.
product placement took over.
Wait, there was
Before the
Really?
ghost dimension.
The ghost dimension.
The ghost dimension,
The
where
ch-
we can see the ghost with his camera. Just stop.
Oh yeah, I get what you're talking about. And then I don't know, nothing sets a horror movie like based on a true story.
No.
Right.
Those are the scariest.
Wasn't it like Mama? You remember Mama, and it was like based on a true story, and I was like, that is a tall glass of nope.
Oh man. Well, hang on. The stepson or something. A horror movie, you know, where,
Step Brothers.
or no. Wow, really?
You're like, wow, your standards for horror movies are way low.
No,
That
like,
was awful.
or was it
I'm
or was it
questioning.
stepfather or father or something? You know, where he marries someone and neighbor. There we go.
Oh,
Neighbor.
the
Neighbor sounds like a good. It could have been in real life.
Oh, have any of you guys seen Don't Breathe?
No.
Oh, no.
I've seen it.
Look at you.
I've seen it. Just like it's really sort of scares me.
All right, guys. So that is it for Screen Louder today. Thank you for joining us. So, what would you guys like to talk about with your future projects?
Everyone should go and see AC's King of Shadows.
It's a fantastic play. You need to come
Okay.
see it.
It opens next Thursday as our show, as our opening night, and it runs through Sunday.
Yeah, it's October 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th. 7:30 on 6th, 7th, and 8th, and the 9th is 3 p.m.
Yes, 3 p.m. 30 p.m. Yes.
Something like that.
Other
All right.
tickets,
The tickets. Oh gosh.
like $6.
6. It's 8 if you're an adult.
If
6
you're AC students, I think.
for some. Yeah, 6
6
for AC
students. 4 if
4
you're in a theater class.
program.
Okay, and then we have my show, Student Life Live, is on YouTube.
Yay,
My first
yay.
episode was Fall Fest, and I've got one coming up to advertise student clubs. And yeah, go on YouTube, go find our stuff, go sing King of Shadows. Is that it for everybody?
I'm Hershey Color, and I don't have anything to any shows or anything except for
Alright.
this.
Yeah, just plug this show.
This show, yeah. Watch.
Listen.
Yeah, listen to this.
Well, that'll be it for us, guys. So we'll see you later. Thanks for tuning in to Screen Louder.